Today is Thursday, September 6th, 2012. New day. Good morning. I'm going to read Psalm 4. For the choir director, a psalm of David, to be accompanied by stringed instruments. Answer me when I call, O God who declares me innocent. Take away my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people ruin my reputation? How long will you make these groundless accusations? How long will you pursue lies? Interlude. You can be sure of this. The Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will answer when I call to him. Don't sin by letting anger gain control over you. Think about it overnight and remain silent. Interlude. Offer proper sacrifices and trust in the Lord. Many people say, who will show us better times? Let the smile of your face shine on us, Lord. You have given me greater joy than those who have abundant harvest of grain and wine. I will lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. Interesting. That's the second time in 2 Psalms talking about lying down in peace and sleeping while the Lord watches over. Yesterday it was, I lay down and slept, I woke up in safety, for the Lord was watching over me. Today it's, I will lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. Sleep. I'm just trying to decide what sleep means. I will lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. So to sleep could be talking about spiritually sleeping, which is not a good thing, like being spiritually asleep. Think of that as being in denial. But it's talking about it in such a positive light. For you alone will keep me safe. So we all need to sleep. We all need to rest, relax, rejuvenate. And I think perhaps that's what this is referring to. And that at some point we have to let go and let the Lord be in charge and in control. Relinquish any semblance of control over a situation. Perhaps that's what this is referring to. I'm enjoying, for some reason, the little notes to the choir director, a psalm of David to be accompanied by stringed instruments. I wonder what stringed instruments mean. I'm not sure. I work from the idea that everything on the page is relevant and means something significant. I love the opening line of the body of the psalm. Answer me when I call, O God who declares me innocent. That's a cool name of God. God who declares me innocent. And there's a couple of ways I could read that. One being that I am innocent, and that's why God declares me so, despite everything, despite my imperfections and the mistakes I make on a daily basis. The other way I could read it would almost be more the Catholic idea of absolution, that I'm innocent because I've come to the Lord and said, I'm guilty, I've sinned, and here's how. And I'm wondering which is more accurate, and realizing I think it's both, depending on the circumstances. Because I certainly do cause harm, and I shouldn't be able to go, oh, it's not my fault. I need to apologize and do my best to make amends when I've done harm. But I know that the Lord keeps loving us despite everything. Even the demons in hell that have rejected him at every opportunity, he loves them. And when I look at my kids, when I remember that they're children, So yes, they're throwing a temper tantrum, but they're still a child. And therefore there's a level of innocence there. Even if in that moment they're not being very innocent and a kid throwing a temper tantrum is pretty frustrating to deal with, but that doesn't mean they aren't still innocent. They don't know much, and therefore they're innocent. And I know so little compared to the knowledge of God. This verse 4, don't sin by letting anger gain control over you. Think about it overnight and remain silent. Yikes. I'm really convicted by that verse. I'm much more of a wear my heart on my sleeve, speak my mind in the moment kind of person, so it's really useful to be like, oh, it says right here that I should hold my tongue, relax, and see how I feel the next day. When I'm dealing with, my biggest challenge is being a mom. It just is. And so much of what I'm reading here, I'm using in that aspect of my life. I'm interested to hear what the big challenge is for other people in terms of how do the Psalms show up in your life as useful. But for me, it's definitely being the mother of kids, and I have a very hard time not losing my temper with them. And I have a very hard time not justifying that I've lost my temper with them. Like, I'm the mother, you're supposed to do what I say. So this whole don't lose your temper, let it rest, makes it feel like, oh, so if I'm feeling mad with them, I really should stop and walk away if it's safe to do so and come back later, which feels very opposite to how I feel like I should behave. But I think I'm going to try to practice that today. And that's how I'm going to use this psalm today in my life. All right, well, despite the fact that I've once again barely scratched the surface, I have to wrap it up. Again, please leave comments about how this psalm spoke to you, what parts jumped out at you. And if you want to send me a message more privately, there's newdaygoodmorning@gmail.com. And there's children waking up. I hope you have a blessed day.